Stop. Button. Speech off.
Hey y'all, today's video is going to be talking about managing anxiety while juggling responsibilities. Managing anxiety while balancing book 2, doctor's appointments, and personal life can feel overwhelming at times. Anxiety has a way of creeping in, especially my to-do list grows long or when unexpected challenges arise. But over time, I've learned ways to manage my anxiety so that doesn't control my life. This mindful practices setting boundaries and leaning on my support system. I've found strategies that help me stay grounded even when life gets hectic, and the first step in managing my anxiety is recognizing the triggers. I've become more aware of situations that hidden my anxiety, like looming deadlines for my YouTube videos or feeling drained after medical appointments. Knowing what tends to cause my anxiety allows me to prepare for those moments. For example, if I know a busy week is coming, I'll try to film content in advance or schedule extra rest time around appointments. Creating structure in my day is another way I keep anxiety in check. I stick to a loose routine that includes dedicated time for filming, editing, and personal care. Having a plan helps me feel more in control, reducing the mental load that often fuels anxiety. I also break large tasks into smaller, manageable steps, which makes them feel less overwhelming. Keeping things often my list, even small tasks, gives me a sense of accomplishment. Checking things off, that's what I meant. I stick to a and eases anxious thoughts. When anxiety starts to build, grounding techniques help me calm down. I often practice deep breathing. This simple practice slows my heart rate and brings me back to present moments. I also use sensory grounding, like holding a comforting object or focusing on specific sounds around me to shift my focus away from anxious thoughts. Journaling is another tool I turn to when anxiety feels heavy. Writing down my thoughts helps me untangle them, making my worries feel less overwhelming. Sometimes just getting my fears out of my head and in writing provides relief. I also try to reframe negative thoughts, reminding myself that not Every anxious thought reflects reality. This practice helps me challenge fears and build a more compassionate inner dialogue. Taking intentional breaks is essential for managing my mental health. When I feel anxious, building I step away from whatever is causing stress. I might read a book, watch a comforting show, or do a simple craft to direct my mind. Giving myself permission to pause reminds me that rest is productive to a time to a that I don't have to push through anxiety to be successful or productive. Talking to someone I trust can also help ease my anxiety, whether I vent to a friend, family member, or even share my struggles with my online community. Expressing how I feel lightens my emotional load. I found that opening up about anxiety not only helps me process my feelings but also reminds me that I'm not alone. Many people experience similar struggles and support is always available. Managing anxiety is an ongoing process and I try to approach it with patience, and self-compassion. I remind myself that it's okay to have anxious days and that my worth isn't tied to how much I can accomplish. By prioritizing my mental well-being, using calm techniques, and leaning on my support system, I've learned that navigating anxiety without letting it overshadow my joy. Each day I make small choices to care for myself, and those choices add up to a life where I feel more balanced and reliant and at peace.